Hello friends! We meet again! The previous video showed you the manufacturing process, from copper-clad board to PCB. But when you disassemble the electronic products, you will find that the circuit board inside actually looks like this. So what operations do you need to go through? From PCB to this? Come with me to see it. Before that, we have to prepare the required components. As shown in the video, they are usually rolled into discs to be stored. This is where we need to use the X-ray counting machine to help count the number of components on each one. This machine can count the number of components on each one within 3 seconds and can replace at least 10 workers. You can prepare the components yourself, or we can procure them for you. Okay, let's start with the first step. The first is to brush the solder paste. You can understand it as the glue used to fix the components. After the brush will be next to the machine to check to see if it is complete. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with this board. The next step is to mount the components. The machine will automatically pick and place the components according to the system settings. Look, this is the PCB with components already attached. In order to make these components can be more firmly attached to the PCB, this time we need to reflow soldering. Let's have a closer look. After reflow soldering, the components will be more solid. Some large-sized components that are not convenient to be mounted by machines need to be inserted manually. Next, the components are firmly soldered to the board by wave soldering. Welding temperature and time need to be controlled during the welding process to avoid welding-induced thermal stress and component damage. The same as PCBs, PCBA also need to carry out a OI inspection to check the quality of electronic components on the board processing, and solder paste and so on whether it meets the processing standards. We will use X-ray to check the soldering on the board again. During the inspection, you can see the soldering condition of the board on the right display. Inspection of each solder point in different positions by means of a joystick. This is followed by a manual visual inspection. Next up is a visually appealing looking step. Spray coating with conformal coating. Conformal coating can achieve the effect of dust, moisture, chemical corrosion, and insulation. It's usually transparent or colorless. The board's appearance and functionality will not be affected by this. After conformal coating paint, it can be cured with ultraviolet UV lamps. It can improve board adhesion and provides a protective effect. Also can improve stability and extends board life, etc. Of course, there's another option available to customers. That's the epoxy filling process. See. These are the finished products. Next, each board needs to be functionally tested. In the previous steps, the staff wore gloves. Why isn't there one here? If you look closely, everyone has this blue wristband on their hand. It prevents static electricity and is also protective for the staff. The last step is packaging, because there are components on it. So you need to be extra careful and pay attention in the packaging process. Unlike PCBs, PCBA requires each piece to be individually packaged. Secondary packaging with crash-resistant foam bags. That's all for this sharing. See you next video. Bye-bye.